quick trip to Qatar, or even journey there as a fan will soon be held World Cup? Never fear, I have you covered. It's global travel. Hello and welcome to Z. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Travel Guide with a thorough section on Qatar Guide, where we respond to your questions, most frequent inquiries regarding this intriguing nation in the Middle East. Where is Qatar located, and why need I go there? A little country in Western Asia is called Qatar. Only one land borders with Saudi Arabia, and to the south the remaining portions of its territory are surrounded by the Gulf of Aden. It is situated in small Qatar Peninsula on the Arabian Peninsula's northeastern coast peninsula, one of the countries with the fastest pace of tourism growth. The monarchy is granted annually, more than 2.5 million people visit. Due to recent modifications to visa facilitation, including allowing residents of 90 countries to enter a visa, it has developed into one of the Middle East's most accessible countries in the East. The nation blends expertly centuries of Middle Eastern luxury and modern conveniences culture. How do I navigate Qatar? If you reside outdoors, the Arabian Peninsula is probably a good idea. Boarding a plane for the Hamad International Airport in Doha. You can choose from a variety of options for mobility at the airport, include services for limos. Each and every weekday, the metro station at the airport offers regular, rapid the process of getting to and from the airport. Because due to the tiny area of the country and the high standard of roads, make getting about Qatar quite straightforward. Yet driving is the main method of transportation. Public transit is a means of transportation in Qatar. Has been greatly improved, in part because the expansion of its bus and metro services in Qatar. The bulk of motorways lead to and from the nation's capital is Doha. For close proximity, and you can hire a taxi for excursions beyond the city. The high-speed rail, trams, and buses are all dependable public transit network that the local government is currently constructing. Qatar's safety? Qatar is not just secure. Actually, it's the world's safest nation, according to Numbero Crime Index. Traveling to Qatar a really secure encounter. Naturally, you should be aware of a few natural risks. But aside from, you shouldn't worry about your safety because of that. Violence is quite rare, especially when directed upon visitors. Like any other well-known tourist destination, pickpocketing occasionally happens in public places. Despite the fact that scams are rare in Qatar, should be cautious whenever accepting alterations, bargaining over transportation costs, or other. You should never pay in advance for services. Anything. Is Qatar's sole city Doha? Doha is a city of 2.4 million people. The city that is most significant, without a doubt. The population of Qatar is higher than the rest of the nation. Besides Doha, Qatar is scattered with small cities and towns. A few of whereas others are larger cities. These are port cities, important because they represent the thriving gas and oil industry in these areas. Visitors will see deteriorating and abandoned communities, additionally to archaeological sites that offer a look into the past of the area. Rayyan, outside of the largest residential area, the capital, is 12 kilometers north of here. And Doha. Aside from mosques built in the 18th and the 19th century, the city also has a medieval town with defenses. Becoming the nation's Al Rayyan, the second most populous city, is highly known. Also offers wonderful shopping opportunities to travelers. Does Qatar have any top-notch beaches? Of sure, I say. The nation is renowned for its clean beaches, clear waters, and lovely sand. Even aquatic sports have increased in popularity. In the country, lovely beaches for 600 kilometers conceivably exist along Qatar's shoreline. Several of these beaches are reachable from Doha. The Qatar Beach, a 1.5-kilometer long beach, would be a fantastic choice if you were looking for a Doha beach because it offers a relaxed beach broad experience and a variety of tasks in September through November and March through May. In Qatar, the best time to visit the beaches is in May. Thus, they are not oppressively hot or cold. In general, both sexes should swim in public beaches while sporting surf shorts and a t-shirt. Only in resorts and hotels are bikinis permitted. What are Qatar's top outdoor pursuits? The unique topography and temperate climate of Qatar make it as an excellent place for year-round adventure sports. Round. One of the best ways to take advantage of Qatar is to experience the unique desert vistas. Go dune bashing. Either a dune buggy rental or a skilled driver, a four-wheel drive driver. Scuba diving is a must-do activity because there are so many inhabitants of the warm turquoise waters. Marine life, the Arabian Gulf's waters. You may select from traveling through the sand dunes or viewing a camel race. One of the riskiest pursuits you can do is skydive here. When you exit a vehicle, if you fly over Doha, you might see something breathtaking. Of the large desert that encircles the contemporary metropolis. Are there any fascinating places to go? Sure. Qatar, which boasts a variety of attractions, has a range of amazing sights, including its recreation places, historical, cultural, and natural sites. The nation is in fact rich in natural resources and creations by humans. The Islamic Art Museum, there are numerous treasures in Doha. It actually has the largest assemblage of Islamic art in existence, gathered throughout 3 continents. The adorable 7 kilometers of seaside promenade along the Corniche in Doha was expertly constructed from landfill to like a nice crescent in shape. It's just ideal for a passionate nighttime stroll. The Pearl, a lavish on an artificial island, a housing and entertainment complex island, which has quickly become Doha's finest eating spot and draw for retailers. When the Bedouin arrived many years ago, people used souk waqif to trade their animals and wool for further needs. The market here has been meticulously reshaped to resemble in the 19th century. It did. The forgotten Al Zubarah village is where the Al Zubarah is located. Fort, which was renovated and protected, is now a gallery. One of the most fascinating places to falcon souk is a must-see in Doha. Visitors may observe, take pictures of the lovely birds and pose with on their arm, falcons perched. This is the Inland Sea. Around 100 kilometers south of is situated in Doha, a place that, like a dream, the sand and the breathtaking scene is created by the blue ocean. What notable sports are played in Qatar? Events? The most popular sport in Qatar is football. The nation will host the 2022 World Cup, which will make it spend 30 days at the Planet Center. 8 modern stadiums will serve as the venue for the event. The largest stadium, having an 80,000 capacity, is Lusail. The one track used for racing in Qatar is the International Lusail Circuit. Actually, it's the sole track in the region to host both FIA located right outside and FIM licenses and Doha. MotoGP and Formula One races each year on this circuit. Grand Prix competitions are held. Is Qatar's weather extreme? One of the hottest areas on Earth is Qatar, and the year-round temperature is high. The warmest season of the year is the summer, and runs from May through September each year. On a regular basis, temperatures can increase by up to 50 degrees Celsius. Despite Qatar's higher compared to other Middle Eastern countries, the generally heat is dry. If you have a large you spend time outside, the risk of heat stroke increases. Dehydration, heat exhaustion, and stroke. Hydration is essential to maintaining health. A large majority of hotels provide free gallons of water to its guests' daily water intake. Moreover, keep an eye out for sandstorms. Always carry a scarf with you to stay inside, cover your mouth and nose till the storm is gone, if possible. Does Qatar offer nice shopping opportunities? Because Qatar is the world's richest country, there are some amazing chances for shopping here. Shopping practically a national sport. The upscale malls in Doha is a fantastic family destination. The greater malls offer a variety of high-end products from all across the world, with a large selection of leisure facilities. Top-tier designers, but there are also numerous small independent shops. These malls house stores, restaurants, and art galleries. Additionally, there are numerous traditional street markets at Doha. If you're looking for a location, Qatar is the best. Esteemed pearls. Prior to the discovery of oil, the country expanded its pearl industry. At cheap prices, you can purchase beautiful pearl jewelry pieces, including necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. Is Qatar really so pricey? Perhaps the priciest nation is Qatar. In the area, Qatar's cost of living, particularly in the city of Doha, like those in other big cities everywhere, you should prepare to pay more than you normally would at restaurants, because food is imported in almost all cases. Accommodations could also be expensive here. Given that groceries, considering that they are tax-free in Qatar in comparison to other nations. On your journey to budget between $150 and $200 for Qatar every day. Two-person journeys frequently have a price less expensive per person than going alone. Are there any other details I should know? Although in the devout Muslim nation of Qatar, there is nothing to be concerned about. The locals treat they are hosting the visitors like their own guests. Nice and intelligent. Upon reaching the having some booze with you at the airport can put it in one of the safes and get a voucher to redeem it when you go. You ought to also wear modest attire. Clothing shouldn't be excessively tight and should cover the upper arms and shoulders to the knees. Also, you should be aware that it is absolute prohibition on asking or even attempting to photograph a local woman. Qatar is the Friday marks the start of the weekend as everything closes. For the holy day, hotel services are not available. After sundown on Saturday, everything reopens. Do you have any other queries regarding Qatar? Post a comment to share your know that. If you enjoyed this clip, click the like button and join World Travel Guide. You ought to look into other explore our channel for intriguing travel guides.